Nate, do it.
Oh!
Yeah,
I tried to knock him in. I tried to be nice.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, come on, man.
There you go.
Our countries aren't
Rebound.
enemies anymore.
You sure about that?
Look at the Colts.
Colts, no! What's good, Internet? How y'all out there? Hopefully you all are in for some spooky stuff. Because if
Hide
not...
your kids, hide your wife, because they're scaring everybody out here.
Yeah. So...
Old dead memes.
like-
Old dead memes.
These
The
memes are dead
ghosts
as
are coming to haunt you in your sleep.
So you better hide your kids.
Everybody
hide
gonna
your
be
wife.
scared.
So yeah, ghost videos, they'll scare everybody. So, yeah, Nuke's Top 5, we always have fun watching Nuke's Top 5, and I have fun watching Nuke's Top 5 because, let's just be honest, I mean, Nukes is just good stuff. I mean, I don't really have any complaints. So, the top 5 ghost
I
videos
have a
that'll scare
complaint. We
everybody.
don't watch these more often.
Well, fair, and I, in all honesty, we need to. And unfortunately, we do not have the bullshit flags readily available.
We gotta find the bullshit flag somewhere.
Now, if anything, let's do our bullshit glasses.
Can we just
I'm
quote
not
my
throwing a
favorite?
glass.
No, you don't gotta throw a glass. Just raise your glass. Just like, gentlemen, who agrees that this is
I was gonna
bullshit?
say, can we just quote my favorite show as of recently? Because I like that quote a lot. She speaks the bullshit.
She speaks the
I
bullshit.
don't know if
Except for he doesn't say it like that. It's more refined. He's a vampire.
I'll
with an
save.
English
I'll
accent.
save
I'm
my
sorry,
bullshit
but
She
verdict.
speaks the bullshit.
I'm sorry, but she
I will
speaks
save
the
my
bullshit.
verdict for the end of each clip.
And like I said, raise your glass if you think it's bullshit. That's what we'll do. So at the end of every video, we'll be like, gentlemen, was that bullshit?
And remember, it's like, is it very obviously bullshit? Or is
Yeah,
it like,
very
it's
obviously.
Like, oh,
Can I do?
at least was it very well faked?
Can
You
I do
know.
a Cinemassacre tribute? You know what's bullshit?
Get him, James.
I love that show. That was one
Yeah.
of my favorite little side series that he did. I watched every episode, and I was intrigued.
James Rolfe, an internet legend. He will live on forever
He's
because,
awesome.
let's just be honest, the AVGN is probably the longest lasting meme out there. Anytime someone submits the meme of him just going, I'm just like, they're
His face,
they're
like,
obviously
I tried
upset
to
with
try
me.
to do that little frowny mad face. I can't do it. My mouth doesn't move that way. It's awesome. I just love it when you're watching the show and the look on his face just goes. Have you guys seen the AVGN movie?
Yes, I've actually,
It was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and there's also 2 AVGN video games.
Yes.
One where he
played
fights
one
the
of them.
Nostalgia Critic, which is awesome. The fact that Doug helped, signed up on it. He's like, you want me to be the villain? Absolutely. Hell yeah. Which Doug Walker's now on the recovery trail in terms of like internet, acceptance, because everyone thought, Doug was, because I don't know if you knew this, but Doug Walker there was a controversy involving him years ago.
Talk about video game historian?
No. I'm talking about Nostalgia Critic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. In terms of it, Doug's channel took a bit of a hit whenever allegations came out about his channel and
Of course. It's
treatment
always
and all that.
bullshit.
But then here's the thing. No, Doug, whenever like stuff was admitted to, like he got in front of it. He was like, "Yeah, this happened," and when we found out about this person, we immediately cut ties. Like he didn't shy away from the stuff like that. But then there was stuff where people were making shit up,
Oh, yeah,
like people
like the
saying,
internet does.
like people were on there saying, Lindsay Ellis, aka Nostalgia Chick, she was forced into doing these scenes where she had to like pretend like she was getting like assaulted or something like that. And to which Doug literally showed the DMs back and forth between him and Lindsay, saying, "Hey, Lindsay, we want to get your approval on these scenes before we commit to filming them. Before we commit to filming them, are these scenes okay?" And Lindsay signed off on every single one of them. And guess what? So did everybody else that was involved with these productions. And the truth is, I get you don't like Doug's reaction, his reaction/review style, but don't start making shit up about people, guys. It's not fair. I mean, you wouldn't like it if people made up ideas that you like to, or that you like to. I'm gonna send. I'm censoring all of this, by the way, because it's very, very bad stuff that I'm saying right now.
So, anyways, just estimate it up.
Or
Don't
that,
make up shit, people.
or that you love to yell in your spare time. Okay, I'll stop now. I'll stop now. I
don't even know why you risk that stuff, because if you forget one day, the channel's gone.
Well, thankfully, every time I edit these, I look for peaks. I look for peaks in the audio.
You do, but
and
if
these,
you ever just happen to miss one, like if you're real tired when you're editing,
the only times I missed it is when I don't do that. Whenever I don't remind myself and clap, because that clap, every time I see it, I'm like, uh-oh, what did I do this time? That's every time I see one of those. And then, yeah.
It just makes me nervous.
Don't worry, man. I'm going to make sure everything's edited. For sure. Future Nate, once again, if you don't do it, you're fired.
Well,
literally.
And so am I.
So, okay. Top 5 ghost videos that scare everybody. So,
everybody be scared.
Everybody scare up here. And let's get this up on screen, and here we go.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. Found footage. Popular Japanese paranormal YouTube channel Fourth Wall has found another incredibly creepy video from the internet of an alleged very strange haunting in Japan. The video is said to have been posted to the internet by an anonymous man who says he was exploring an abandoned house and found 2 cameras that someone had simply left behind. He says that when he checked the recorded footage from the camera's memory cards, he was shocked by what he found.
Manfrotto. Was this old movie theater? Okay.
Did you see it? The man looks behind him, but there's nothing there. Then something seems to startle him, and when he looks again, this time a bizarre, unexplained figure is standing nearby, seemingly just staring. Suddenly the camera falls to the ground, but we don't hear anyone run away. In fact, we don't even hear anyone move. The internet poster who found the cameras in the empty building says he has no idea what happened to the camera's owner. It's almost as if the explorer simply disappeared into thin air, never to be seen again. You can check out more scary Japanese videos over on the YouTube channel, Fourth Wall. What lurks in the shadows.
It was fake, it was still spooky.
That was...
I can't call bullshit on there.
I can't either because... Well, here's the only thing I can really call bullshit on. I know that they're not allowed to show their faces because of Japanese privacy laws. That's understood. That's 100% understood. I just think it was weirdly convenient that the cameras that showed him at the beginning were like right below face. Right below his face. That's the only thing I can really say that throws me off a little bit on the lore of this. But overall, still, really good. Really, really good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It seems like it's a little too on purpose.
In some ways,
Like,
yes.
That's the only thing about some of these is like you can't really tell because shaky camera and it's always in the fucking motion that, you know, you could take 1 frame, 2 frames, 3 frames and throw in a layer over top. I could edit a ghost in anything pretty easily,
yeah,
you know?
Especially with green screen stuff that's out there now and like artifacts and After Effects.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about just on, you know, Premiere, which is your crediting software.
Yeah.
Take an image of it and put it in there and then have her come in early, just 2 or 3 frames within all that motion, and then somebody will find it.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. It seems like
It was
it'd be
good,
very,
though.
Very easy to be fake, but definitely spooky.
Very spooky. Very,
I'm
very
not gonna call the bullshit
No
flag.
bullshit flag. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Bullshit flags are only reserved for
the
obviously
obvious.
blatant stuff.
Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill is back on another urban exploration to an abandoned temple in East Cleveland, Ohio. The unique structure was built in 1905 and served as a Masonic temple before it was abandoned
Freemasons, of
in the
course.
mid-2000s. Chris makes his way through the structurally damaged property to capture the temple's unique architecture on film.
Man, I hate this light. My bad, y'all. This light goes out a lot for no reason. It's a ghost caught on tape, y'all.
Still, that's creepy. Little stage.
Viewers of Chris's YouTube channel point out in the comments that a strange voice seems to say, "Hey," as Chris passes by.
You can chalk
Now,
that up
maybe
to
the
like
creepy voice could simply
outside,
be
someone
explained
saying
as
it.
some odd outside noise picked up by Chris's microphone.
Sounded like
But what happens next is a little harder to explain.
It's really sad that they let this historical place fall apart like this. Damn, man, that's crazy. Wow, look at this.
A shadow-like figure can be seen in a doorway. It appears to be shifting back and forth slightly before it just seems to disappear into thin air. Chris is completely alone in the building and has no idea what he has just captured on camera. He only noticed the figure when reviewing his footage later. So what do you think this could be? Let me know down in the comments. You can find more of Chris's amazing urban explorations and occasional possible paranormal encounters over on his YouTube channel, Urbex Hill.
I think
don't know on that one.
I think that can be chalked up to maybe something hanging back there, whipping from the wind. Because if this is because where this building is very drafty, because all the windows and stuff are broken.
A piece of insulation or something hanging, swinging.
Yeah, something like whipping back and forth, and then the wind, like the draft in the building changes and it like goes away. I don't know. There's a lot of things that it could be. That one doesn't get me as much as the last one did. This one's still, though, pretty scary because...
The place is scary.
Well, it's a Masonic temple, dude. Yeah. Masonic temples have, like, all sorts of creepy lore that sometimes people make up. Yeah. I've read into the...
They got a lot of legends surrounding the Masons.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say is I'm more likely to believe that it wasn't, like, just tampered with on purpose whenever it's, like, someone's channel where they do, like, urban exploration and they're not ghost hunting.
Yeah.
You know?
And I agree as well, yeah.
It's like, so it's a little more like...
It's like the ghost
what was
channels.
that?
It's like,
That's
man,
weird.
they're gonna be throwing some bullshit in there.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily, like, definitely a ghost, but I'm just like, that's pretty cool, I guess. Like, you know.
All right.
I'm not gonna call bullshit on it, for sure.
Weird World, a segment where all the very strange videos
Is
go.
that where Weird Man lives?
First up, a man named Corey says that he
Weird
works the
Man.
night shift and arrived home late one night to find his large dog cowering in the kitchen. Curious to see
I've
what
had
had
this shit
upset his poor dog, Corey checks his security footage. The CCTV captured something that Corey just can't explain.
There's a dog. Whoa. Looks like a bull mastiff.
Oh, hell no.
Corey's dog seems to be bothered and then startled by something in the corner of the living room. The Dog growls and stares at the spot before suddenly yelping in absolute terror and fleeing the room in a
hell
panic. Now, it's unclear what it is that seems to attack the dog, and Corey believes that it might be related to the supernatural, as Corey says he has had some odd experiences in the home. But what do you think happened to this sweet dog? And once again, I have to say, ghost scaring people is just entertainment. But ghost scaring dogs, no. Call a priest to exorcise that goddamn ghost
for real,
right
like,
now.
fuck no.
Next,
I agree.
That's
My
actually
only-
probably like one of the top 10
Yeah, so
creepiest videos I've
my
ever seen, just
only
because it's a
ghost
dog
experience
reacting to
I've
something
ever
we
had.
can't see.
It looked like something
Yeah.
smacked the
Yeah,
dog.
it looked like it got touched, like its back fur just jumped. I don't know. But,
Yeah.
yeah. My only ghost experience included a dog. I had a pit bull at one time named Leo, and we were staying at my girlfriend or my ex-girlfriend's grandmother's house. And yeah, we were there, and when it got about 2-3 in the morning, that house got fucking creepy, and my dog was like whimpering and all kinds of shit, growling at the basement door. I went down there with a flashlight, checked everything, nothing there. Closed the door, deadbolted that fucking basement door. I was like, nah, that dog would not like quit fucking growling and whimpering at me.
Yeah.
So it spooked me the fuck out, and eventually I went to bed. I went to the end of the hallway and got in bed. And I got in bed, and probably about, I don't know, 5 minutes later, my dog yelped like that and came running and jumped up into bed with us and was shaking, looking at the door. My ex got up. She said, "That's it. We're leaving."
Yeah, I would too.
We took
I would
off.
too.
We left at like 3
Look.
in the morning and went back home. We was like, nope, we're
No,
not
dealing with this
we
shit.
were just
no.
house sitting, you know. We were
Yeah.
house sitting because she wanted us to watch over the house, and something in there. And then it turned out afterwards that her grandfather died in his hospital bed, which was downstairs in the basement.
Oh.
Hell no.
No.
Yeah, I figured that shit. I never went back over there
Look,
again.
yeah,
And I'm not making it up. Like,
no. And here's the no.
Talk-
Jacob's one of the most skeptical people I
fuck
know.
yeah, I
man.
don't
He's
even
a
believe
super
in ghosts.
skeptic.
Like I can go to like any haunted attraction. I'm just like sitting there like laughing because I don't believe in
well-
any shit. But when that shit happened, dude, I flipped out and I was like, nope.
You see, and again, it just goes to the unknown. Like whether it's a ghost or whether it's a spirit or whether it's something else entirely. Because the truth is, I mean, you know, in terms of the thought process of like energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can only change. Like, what does that say if the human spirit is an actual thing that is energy?
I mean,
Like,
I do have my
where does-
theories on quantum physics and parallel timelines too. So
That's
like,
the other thing
that's
too.
a possibility within the fabric of space and time. When it gets stretched and distorted, timelines can overlap.
And when they do that,
and with
do you
that,
get
that
piercing
that
through
kind of
of
leaves a possibility of
something.
ghost,
Something.
You know, them still alive in another timeline that's next to you. It's like,
And then like they all of a sudden they bump into you. You're just like,
yeah, I can't say 100%. I
the
believe
hell?
in ghosts, but that shit terrified me enough to I was like, nope.
yeah.
Fuck this noise. I've seen too many horror movies and I ain't doing it. Dude, we left. I mean, I was chilled.
And it was her who was just like, "Nah, we're leaving.
I had a fucking 45 on me too.
Let's
and I was
piece
still
the fuck
scared.
out."
I
Of course,
was just-
dude, because it's something that you
we
can't
went around the
kill.
whole house with flashlights and everything. Look, well, she was in bed when I was doing all that. But yeah, dude, I took my dog outside. He sniffed around. If there was something down there, we would have found him. We checked in the closet. We checked all the locks and everything. And my dog went with me too, so he would have smelled somebody. If somebody was hiding in there fucking with us, but no.
No.
And then when that shit happened, when he was whimpering and crying, like my dog wasn't scared of nothing. That dog would eat a mailman up. Like it was like he didn't let anybody get near. But yeah, that shit was ugh. I still think about that and get spooked. It was just that creepy hallway of hearing something in the fucking hallway, like, cause every time you
Damn.
take a step, it creaks in that fucking house. And the AC, it has its own little droning sound, but it doesn't make the floors creak.
No.
And that,
no.
when I fucking heard the floors creak in the hallway and my dog was out doing that, I was like, hell no, turn all the lights on right now. Like,
Sleep with the
goddamn.
lights on, just like,
And
Bitch ain't gonna get me.
Ashley didn't even tell me either. She didn't even tell me that there was anything like that in the house. She just kind of got up and was like, yep, we're leaving. And then she told me on the way home that happened. She goes, that's not the first time that's happened there before. I'm like, Oh, now you fucking tell me.
Oh, how convenient. Damn it. Let's get back to this.
Honestly, I'd rather not know about creepy shit happening if I'm gonna be sleeping at a place. Like,
I wouldn't have
Say, no, because I'd have got a tent and slept outside.
my fucking bro told me about some creepy shit that went down at his house right before I had to stay there for a week by myself,
great.
house sitting, and I'm like, you son of a
You
bitch.
asshole.
Oh, great.
And I was like, I swear to God.
Just so you know, there was a cult that used to sacrifice babies in the basement. But don't worry, that was a long time
He just
ago.
told me
Don't
that
worry about it.
his girlfriend had a music box, and it was like her grandmother's music box that was in her closet, and there was no conceivable way the thing could go off by itself because you have to wind the fucker up. And he said that him and her were just having nightmares at the same time for like a week. And then one night that fucking music box started playing music in the closet. And I'm like, what the actual fuck?
That bitch be going out.
And I'm like, if that music box kicks on while I'm in here, sorry, bro, your cats are on their own.
I'm grabbing that music box and I'm punting it in the street. Anyway, back to this.
In this weird and unexplained video, a German passenger is on board a plane flying at 30,000 feet. They look out their window and are freaked out to see a bizarre shape-shifting UFO right outside their window.
Ooh.
They pull out their Nikon camera and quickly record.
What? I can't.
You can't even hold your fucking phone still.
Whoa. Okay, I see it moving.
Kind of looks like a cloud.
But it's moving
It's like shifting shapes.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that.
It's jet trails. This jet trail's way the fuck off in the distance. You can see it if you look close enough.
Yeah, that's why that's maybe what I thought was like chemtrails, but the way it's patterned like that is like.
Well, it's just like that one thing that they showed off in China. It was a propulsion engine that they were trying out, and it
Stop
looked.
zooming in and zooming out.
Now, where did he say they were flying to? Did it say where they were flying to? Like geographically?
There it is. No, it just in Germany. So they said like a couple from Germany.
My one problem with UFO videos is people always seem highly incompetent in actually pointing their camera at anything. Or holding
This
it
odd
still.
video quickly spread on Reddit, and opinions on what this strange flying object could be are all over the place and pretty inconclusive. And I definitely have no idea what this could be either.
I'm not gonna say.
But whatever it is, it's definitely weird and strange and deserves a spot in this segment. In another strange caught-on-camera moment, a CCTV
Yeah.
camera on an LA
I'll show
beach
you all
broadcast
the one
live
from
on the
China
website
after this.
surfline.com.
I called the bullshit on that one.
Early one morning,
called the
Reddit
bullshit?
user I survived.
All right, so Nick calls the bullshit on that one, so he raised.
I believe it's either A, extremely explainable, or B, like just nothing at all. But
I'm gonna reference Neil
like
deGrasse
the one
Tyson.
thing I will say is I'm probably gonna call bullshit on your video either way if you can't even hold your fucking phone still. Like, are you
What was
seriously?
their Nikon camera?
Yeah, that's even.
Yeah, camera. Like, come on, man. Like, I can shoot better video on my phone than that.
Yeah.
I agree. Same
I'm
here.
gonna reference Neil deGrasse Tyson on.
It's like you can't tell me their phone, their plane was having turbulence and shit that bad that they couldn't even fucking hold their phone still.
When people see a UFO and you say,
their
"Oh, look,
camera.
a UFO, an unidentified flying object," that's pretty much where the conversation stops. I mean, you can't say then it should be anything because we have no idea, you know. And that's kind of. I'm not gonna go on. So it must be aliens visiting from outer space because
It's an unidentified flying object.
Unidentified flying object. That's right. But it
You
does
can-
look pretty cool, and I've never seen anything like that. So I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. It kind of looks like, in a way, like some giant fucking firework, in a way. Except
To me, it looks like that engine test that they were doing in China. It was a type of a like not psionic, but I forget the
like
kind.
an ion engine.
Yeah, the ion engine that they were trying in China, and someone recorded it, and put it online as like aliens are real, and
That's
blew
what they
up.
did with the Tesla thing too on the Falcon 9 rocket. That
Yeah.
motherfucker blew up and it looked fucking awesome. It was like blue and all kinds of stuff, and
Yeah.
everybody was like, "Oh my god, aliens!" There was actually a small county near California that literally turned their city into a state of emergency because of it.
I
They
remember
thought they were
hearing
under
about
attack
that.
or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Let's see.
They have footage of it, the Falcon 9 rocket launch, and it's like, what? And all the news reporters going, "There's an unidentified object outside." I was like, "You dumbass! It's all over fucking TV."
Alien or UFO in China. Yeah, that's it right there. It's the ion engines firing off, which that's it right
Yeah,
there.
that's the Falcon 9.
That's the Falcon. That's the SpaceX. Okay,
Yep.
but it was very similar to that in terms of how it looked, and to me, I figured it had to be something like that, but everyone was just convinced it was an alien.
Yeah, and
I
where it
own
being in
coffee.
Germany, there's a lot of surrounding countries, so there could be
Multiple countries trying out ion
Yeah,
technology,
they all got
especially in the
military.
European Union, where they're technologically like on the same level as us.
If you're on a plane over near Germany, I'm sure you can probably see.
Probably pay witness to
over 2 or
some
3
amazing
countries.
shit.
You can probably see 2 or 3 countries left.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
dude, easily.
Just like you can get on a mountain here and see 7 states.
That's
or states
true.
of the size of their countries. So
yeah.
yeah.
He is watching the live camera feed when suddenly he spots something that he just can't explain.
Whoa.
Looks like a snake.
Sort of, yeah. That's fast.
Oh, that's a big fucking snake.
That thing's
Oh
fast.
hell!
That's
After posting the video to Reddit,
fast.
curious viewers theorized that this could be
hell.
anything from a small aircraft to a speeding jet ski, birds or bugs, or even aliens or a sea monster.
That looks
But
like some
either
kind
way,
of
whatever
sea
this
serpent.
dark unexplained object is, it's moving at an incredible speed, which
Yeah, dude,
only
it's
adds
hauling
to the
ass.
mystery.
Dude,
So what do
I
you
can believe
think it
that.
is?
I can believe that because
Let me
we
know
don't know shit
down
about the
below.
ocean compared to
We've only explored 10% of our oceans, dude.
yeah.
It's like,
Shit
oh, we
like
know
that
everything there is
can
to know
exist.
about the Earth. No,
like
we don't.
the way it's moving, I
overconfident
can't tell if
assholes.
it's like the ocean ripples or like its actual movement, but it does look like it's kind of moving, sort of like in a slithery.
Yeah, it's
Like
got the.
it's almost like it's a giant fucking eel.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the waves.
No, it doesn't look
That's
like
the
a
first
jet
thing I
ski
thought. I was
either.
like, is that kind of the waves? But I was like, no, that's like definitely dark. And you can
But it's just it's so fast. It's hard to believe it's any kind of animal, you know.
That's ridiculously fast.
Fear of the
More
grave.
reasons for me to not go in the fucking ocean.
Paranormal investigation team Gangua P, which translates to Fear of Ghost Gang, sets out to explore an
FGG.
extremely creepy graveyard located in Thailand. The cemetery grounds holds over 200 bodies that to this day have not been claimed or identified by any friends or family members. No one knows who the unfortunate souls are, and they rest in temporary mass tombs without a name.
It's like a potter's
The
grave.
paranormal investigators don't explain why there are so many anonymous people buried in the graveyard, but one can only imagine the number of restless spirits that might be stalking those graves. One brave Ganguapi investigator decides to take their investigation to another level by getting down into one of the cemetery
hell no.
tombs and laying there all alone in the dark. As you might expect, it did not go well. A static camera records all of the action as the experiment suddenly takes a terrifying turn.
Whoa!
fuck no.
เฮ้ยแอนอะไรอะไรวะเดี๋ยวดูใจเย็นพี่เดี๋ยวอะไรแม่งเหมือนมีคนมาดึงโอออกอ่ะตั้งสติก่อนโอใจเย็นๆเมื่อกี้เกียรเจออะไรเมื่อกี้ทีโอกำลังแบบเด้งบอลได้ยินเสียงใช่ไหมได้ยินเสียงเหมือนคนทางบ้านมาข
You
อ
can see a
เสียง
fucking
สักอย่าง
like handprint in
โอ
that.
กำลังแบบเฮ้ย
Whoa!
Oh hell no.
มาอยู่แล้วไปเลย
Yep, be hauling ass. Where's the car? Where's
The Ganguo
fucking
investigator lays inside the tomb for 20 minutes before suddenly something seems to violently yank at his t-shirt. The investigator...
Yeah, hold on.
Look at, like, you can see.
Yeah, it's like something is literally like latching onto it from the front, and
Because like I was wondering, like, could they have done that with string?
like a gimbal wire
But
underneath.
like it doesn't look like it.
No,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
like a
something that's
fist.
grabbing on.
Yeah, it looks like fingers are like digging into it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the brick too. They're like for in front of it, because if it was keyed out, you would be able to see the key. That is fucking freaky.
Yeah.
He jumps out of the tomb and runs to his friends. As he explains what just happened to
I
him,
don't know what happened
something
here.
violently pulls him backwards and he falls hard onto the cemetery ground. That's when the team decides to just
Yeah,
get
it looked
out
like
of
something
there.
pulled his shirt
So,
from
the
behind
question-
too.
Yeah. Let's
Like watch that
Something
part
violently
slowly
pulls
as
him
close as you
backwards
can.
and he...
Yeah, right
I
there.
see his shirt get tugged. Now,
Yeah,
that
like-
could possibly be somebody wearing all black behind him and just yanks him back.
Yeah, because the hard light on front of them, that would be full distraction, and then behind him, someone can just like yoink. That's a bug right there. It flies in front of the camera, so that's not anything behind them.
Yeah, because they fly toward the lights.
falls hard onto the cemetery ground. That's when the team decides
We're good.
to
We're
just
good. We're
get
getting the
out
fuck
of
out.
there. So, the question remains, is it real or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
That
It is
one.
a
I'm not
hoax.
sure how
It's
they
like-
faked that if they did.
That was really good if it was
Yeah.
fake, but that one I can't throw the bullshit flag on that one either. That so far so good. These
Yeah, these
outside
are
of that
pretty
one
deep.
that Nick was
Oh, the
Not to
house.
mention
yeah,
that
the
wasn't
house
even
one.
really a ghost video. That was
Something creepy. That
that
face.
was a UFO video.
yeah, the UFO video, that one. But the dog one so far is still the scariest one in my mind because that one still
Yeah.
gets me.
But that one was really good.
That one was good,
That's
too.
One
That
of
one's
the
like
better ones
second
I've ever
one.
seen.
Italian ghost hunter Inquieto TV, which translates to Restless TV, gathers his close
Inquieto.
friends to go on his very first paranormal investigation to an abandoned children's asylum in Campania, Italy.
Oh
The tall
no.
building holds a
hell.
gruesome past and was closed down after a young child fell from the top floor, tragically losing his life. Since then, the facility has been completely abandoned. As the Inquieto TV team heads inside and make their way up a staircase, they experience something truly bizarre.
Apologies for the inconvenience.
Che cazzo vuoi cazzare? Che cazzo vuoi cazzare? No, no, io sento... Io ho sentito qualcosa. Cazzo, io sento un...
Pure io, sì, assolutamente.
Davvero?
Sì, penso di averlo ripreso, ragazzi. Penso di averlo ripreso.
The soft voice of a young child can be heard, and the team has no idea
Kinda sounded
where
like
it
an
could
owl
be coming
as well
from.
to me, though.
They continue their exploration and make another strange discovery.
Ci sono tipo dei tronchi.
Those are stools that everybody sits
Sì,
on.
tronchi grandi. Tipo in
I don't see
cerchio.
anything paranormal about that.
Come se qualcuno stesse facendo rituale.
Yeah,
Non so,
probably
non ho
smoking
visto
weed.
qualcuno sicuramente. Però non capisco il motivo perché non c'è nulla al centro, non c'è un segno, non c'è niente.
Ma mi sembra come se stato facendo qualcosa oggi.
Ma che cos'è? I bambini che dormono. Avete sentito? I bambini che... Ma che cos'è? Ma che cos'è? I bambini che dormono. Avete sentito? I bambini che... Vabbè, ma
Bless you.
non penso sia... Penso sia
I'm allergic to
normale tutto
bullshit.
questo succede.
Sorry.
Credo. Non penso sia altro cielo. Già ve lo sentivo questo. Sono altri 2 piani. Comunque un sacco di orbe ci sono qui.
Inside one of the abandoned asylum's rooms, the Inquieto TV team finds a few tree trunks placed in a circle. And then things take an even more terrifying turn, because the explorers hear the laughter of a small child. followed by the sound of something heavy being thrown somewhere nearby. But did you see it? A small childlike shadow figure can be seen
I saw that
right
a bit
in
earlier.
front of them. Even creepier, whatever it is, it seems to be following them.
Non capisco se lo vogliono riprendere questo posto.
Allora, lì hanno barrato l'uscita.
Oddio, guardate qua. Ci sono un sacco di disegni.
And again, did you see it? In the corner of the room, the same childlike figure appears again, but only for a split second before quickly disappearing. Inquieto TV had no idea that they were seemingly being followed from room to room and didn't notice the mysterious shadow figure at the time. So could this be the ghost of the child that tragically passed away inside the abandoned children's asylum? As always, I leave it to you to decide.
Call bullshit on that one.
Thanks for
That one, yeah.
Bullshit.
Here, raise your glasses, boys. Is it bullshit?
Bullshit.
I think less likely.
That one, the number one, come on.
The
that
other
one's-
thing is, like, I'm always less likely to believe it if they're, like, going to look for creepy shit to start with. You know?
I agree. Now the dog one and really the fucking shirt one, that one got me.
Yeah, the fourth
Even
one
though
and the fifth one.
I mean,
Or fourth one and the second one, rather. Sorry.
yeah, the fourth one where they were actually going looking for it, that does raise a lot of questions, but they convinced me with it. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's real or not, but it was.
Yeah, it's like when I heard they were going to a graveyard, I'm like, yeah, they're kind of going looking for creepy stuff to an extent.
But it's
but
just
like,
the little shadows and doorways and corners and shit that gets me because they're really easy to edit in. Like you can edit those anywhere.
Those, you know.
and especially when they're so incredibly subtle that you're just like, how did anyone ever even see that to start with?
Yeah. And again,
And they're always in the most obvious places too.
a child's sanatorium.
Yeah. It's,
Like they're backdropping a place where they're clearly meant to be visible on the film, like, you know.
Yeah. But honestly, that right there, I mean, this was probably one of the better ones, and that last one was the only one I would really say to me is.
I would have put that last one like earlier.
I would have too. I would have had that like fourth. I would have had like the dog one number one. Or the shirt.
The
one,
dog
number
or
one.
the dog or the guys in the
the
cemetery.
dog
for
got
number
touched
one.
because he turned around and immediately tried to bite.
Yeah.
You know, like that. That's when it's like, what?
It's like something touched him that he wasn't expecting to be there.
Yeah.
And that wasn't like a flea bite either. I mean,
It was like
they
something
dig,
that
they dig when
gra-
they get bit by a flea.
Yeah, that felt. It looked like something just like.
Yeah, it even looked like something grabbed the back of his neck.
Yeah, it looked like something was trying to pick him up.
The only thing I could maybe think that could provide an explanation for the dog is if there was like a stinging insect in the house. Because now that you said flea, it made me think, what if it was like a hornet or something, like a small stinging insect?
That could be true.
That's the other
and
thing.
he was growling at it, you know, and when he started to back away, it followed him, and then it ended
Stung
up
him.
like
You just
landing
couldn't
on
see it
him,
on
and
camera.
you know, maybe his tail whipped at it without him realizing it, and like it pissed it off, and it stung him on the ass.
But then, of course, there's also the thing that the owner said that the dog was cowering. It didn't mention like the dog had any bite or any marks on it or anything like that. Because
Yeah, but I mean, like if it gets stung under its fur, it might not always be noticeable.
well,
depending on what
if
kind
it's
of
short
sting.
hair like that one though, it would show. You would see the swelling,
Maybe.
especially from like a hornet, dude.
It just depends on the bee too, though.
Yeah, again, if it's like a hornet, it'll
like,
show.
like a honeybee sting might be enough to startle it, but not swell that bad if it
True.
Because it's
Very
also
true.
swelling depends on like the allergic reaction like to venom, and like not all people take it the same, and not all animals take it the same.
Well, there's some people who are allergic to bees and
Yeah,
bee
yeah,
stings,
yeah.
and you know.
It's like there's dogs that'll like try to eat a bee and their whole face will swell up, and then there's others that'll eat a bee and
Yeah.
it'll just be a little puffy, you know.
Me, I got stung on the bottom of my foot, and it was just like, ow, damn. And I was like down for like a couple minutes, but then all of a sudden, like, you know, just I after getting the stinger out and then letting it sit for just a little bit, it's like, all right, I'm good, and then just like go right back.
I
to
got
it.
stung all over my thighs by a wasp when I was a kid. Because it actually flew into my shorts apparently while I was at choir practice at church.
Woo.
And
Damn,
my thighs didn't really swell or anything though. And I also accidentally touched that fucking venomous caterpillar with my hand that one time.
Oh, that one you were talking about.
My hand did puff up a little bit, like right around that area.
But you were just like,
it didn't make like my whole hand swell. Like that, you know?
But you were just like in pain.
Yeah, it was mostly I was just like, cut my hand off. Just cut my hand off.
I got stung in the face one time.
That is definitely the most painful thing that's ever happened to me.
I had a bad day one day. I had a 9mm handgun, a cheap handgun that blew up on my fucking face.
Ooh.
I have no idea why. I'm pretty sure I know why that he got another caliber mixed up inside the thing because I was shooting reloads. Anyways, it blew up my face, and luckily I was wearing eye protection, didn't get hurt or anything. But I had like these little pieces of shrapnel and like little bitty pieces of blood.
Yeah.
So I was on the phone.
That's vicious.
To call my girlfriend, let her know what happened. And as I'm on the phone by the pool on the deck, 2 bees that were mating flew and slammed right into my face and stung me right here in my face.
Damn.
In the same fucking hour, like that, all this shit happened. 2 bees decided to fuck on my face, and dude, I threw the phone. And I immediately just panicked and I jumped in the pool to get him off my face. And I had a bad day that day. It was
that sounds like a shitty day.
It was
shitty day, man.
It was a hot day in summer. It was in yeah.
I remember I got stung.
I mean, I couldn't make that shit up. I was just like, because Ashley was like, "What the fuck? You just called me? I
remember I got
pissed?"
stung right here by a fucking like hornet one time, and just like pow. I was like, ow!
Yeah, fuck.
Son of a bitch.
Bees hurt like a
I
bitch.
swatted it down off the top of my head, and then I crushed it with my shoe, and I was like, son of a, damn. I think I was like 11 or 12, and it was taking everything I could to not swear in front of my grandparents, because I didn't want to do anything like that. But yeah, dude. I mean, I'm sorry.
It's very rare that
day,
wild,
man.
crazy shit like that ever happens to me. But that was one day that goes down my history book.
The worst day for Jacob. Ugh, Jesus.
Yeah, I was pissed because my handgun ended up in like 30 pieces. On my Facebook, I got photos of it. It's in like 50 different pieces. All the polymer stayed intact, just the metal part just
blew up and I'm sorry, man.
It didn't like kill me or anything. I mean, believe it or not, it just scared the shit out of me.
Really, Jake? You're not dead?
No, it didn't kill me.
Okay.
I'm not a ghost.
Good to know. Good to know, man. Otherwise, you'd be on this top 5.
Yeah.
Scary ghost videos.
I didn't get injured though, although it did break my glasses. So.
I'm just dead inside. I don't think I technically count as a
I think
ghost
that's all of us nowadays, Nick. Most people nowadays are dead inside. All right. Well, anyway, everyone, that's going to do it. This was top 5 ghost videos that scare everybody. I would say most of them did. I'd say 3 out of 5 were definitely pretty scary. The shirt one, the dog one, and the first one that we watched. The one in the
Urban Explorer.
Yeah, the Urban Explorer. Yeah. That one I would say, or no, not the Urban Explorer.
The
Japanese
one.
theater.
Yeah, that was
Japanese
better than
theater.
The Urban Explorer.
That one was
the Urban
3.
Explorer was an okay one.
Urban Explorer
the
was
Japanese one. That was
very
pretty
middle of the
fucking
road.
creepy. I gotta give them that.
Yeah, I'd say about half the videos in this were
It helps
pretty
that
damn
just
good.
Most Japanese spirits and their lore are pretty fucking creepy to me.
Yeah, very. So again, everyone, thank you all very much for tuning in. And until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Jacob. I'm Nick.
We'll see you later, everybody. Peace.
Boy.